Namaste and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're trying out a lot of new products and they're from Drugstore. I'm super excited because I haven't done a drugstore in a little while. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we get into the video today, as usual, please don't forget to subscribe. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of my new videos. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. So as usual, I'm going to start off by priming my face. And for that, I'm going to use this Good Molecule Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. So I'm going to take about 2 pumps of it and I'm going to warm up the product. And then I'm going to apply this in my T-zone. Actually, I'm going to apply this all over my face. I really do like this primer because it helps my makeup last all day and does do a good job in moisturizing my skin too. So the first thing I'm going to try today is this cream contour palette, and this is from Kokie. And when I looked at this palette, it really reminded me of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and it looks very, very similar to it. So I said, why not give it a try? So I'm just going to take this shade here and I'm going to just color correct with that. This feels the same too. It feels super creamy and it is blending in very nicely into my skin. This palette really feels like just the Anastasia one. I feel this is a very good dupe for that palette. I'm actually going to take this shade here and I'm going to contour with that shade. And I'm picking this up on a Morphe 427. That's actually a really good shade. I didn't think it was going to have that much payoff. Moving on to our next product, I bought this NYX Born to Glow Concealer, and this is in the shade Golden. I'm actually going to warm it up on the back of my hand only because it's got this applicator on top of it, and I don't like to go right in with these applicators. Sometimes the product doesn't come out as much as I want it to. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight with that shade. I actually like the applicator because it's not taking out too much product and I'm able to spread out the product as I go. I'm actually going to take just a little bit on the center of my forehead. I'm not taking too much product there. And then I'm going to take my concealer brush from Japanesque and I'm going to keep blending my concealer. I almost never do my eyebrows before I do my makeup, and today I decided to do that and I feel it looks so harsh. It looks okay now, I feel, as the makeup's going on, but by itself it was looking so harsh. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend it out even more. And I really like how it blends super nicely into your skin. I feel like this concealer also has a really nice sheen to it. I was afraid it was going to look very shiny, but it looks really nice and it blended out nicely too. And it looks natural on the skin. It doesn't look very heavy. It doesn't feel heavy at all. So let's go ahead and move on to our next product. I also picked up the NYX Born to Glow foundation. And I have this in the shade Caramel. And I hope it's a good match because when you order online, it's most of the time not a good match. I'm going to take out some on the back of my hand. About this much. That looks like a good match, but let's apply it and see how it goes. So I'm going to use my beauty blender to apply this. And I'm going to start by cleaning my contour as usual. Yeah, that's a good color, I feel. This foundation actually has a pretty good coverage. This foundation feels super nice on the skin. Because it is a radiant foundation, I'm always afraid that it's going to break around my mouth because that's what happens usually. Let's take a closer look and see how it's actually looking on the skin. Wow, this looks really nice. I really like this foundation. It looks super natural on the skin and it still provides you that coverage. And so far it's not creasing around here, which is also really nice, but we've just put it on, so let's give it some time and see how it goes. I'm going to set under my eyes using this Morphe's Pink Brightening Powder. I'll also take some around my mouth. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm not picking up any product. This is a really good foundation. It really looks good on the skin. And it does give you that glow without making it look super shiny. I don't like that. I just want it to look healthy and it does give you that. Now just to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take this Maybelline Super Stay. And this is in the shade Golden. And I'm going to take some of this product because I don't want my bronzer and everything else to get patchy. So I'm going to just set my face very lightly. Now for my bronzer, I got this matte bronzer from Kokie, and this is in the shade Heat Wave. And first off, I want to talk about the packaging. How cool is the packaging? I feel their stuff was super cute. I actually want to show you the size of this bronzer. How big is this bronzer compared to some of the high-end ones? I don't know how it performs, but we're going to find that out. So let's go ahead and apply this. And I'm just going to stamp it over that contoured area. That's a nice shade. I like that shade. Wow, that is a really nice shade. I really like this bronzer. Out of everything we've tried so far, this is my favorite. I mean, I like the foundation too. I shouldn't say that, but I really like this bronzer. Gonna take some of the bronzer and just run it on the edge of my nose, just to give it a little shadow there. All right, I'm going to take that powder brush and I'm just going to press over it because I don't want harsh edges. I just realized I didn't get blush, so I'm going to grab another blush and I'll be back. So I got this blush from Mally Cosmetics, and this is not new, but I really like this shade, so I wanted to share with you guys, and it's called Patty Pink. And this blush is so perfect for summer. I feel like it's such a fresh color, and it's super pigmented, so you have to be careful. But I really like this shade. Then I'm going to take that brush one more time and I'm just going to pat it out and make sure it's blended in. Moving on to the highlighter, I got this soft glow highlighter from Kokie, and this is in the shade Heavenly. And when I looked at it, I was so attracted to it and I didn't even need a highlighter. I was like, nope, I'm going to get it. And look at the shade. When I looked at this highlighter, I was like, I have to try this because I've not had a soft glow highlighter. So it's like, let's see what the difference is. And it blends super nicely on the back of my hand, and I love the shade. So let's go ahead and apply this. I feel it's going to be really pretty on the skin. And I'm going to take it just on the highest points of my cheeks. Oh, that is so pretty. I really like that. Looks like I have nothing on the skin, but when the light hits it, it reflects super nicely. I really like that. I haven't tried much from Kokie Cosmetics, so I'm intrigued now to try new things from them. I'm going to take some on the bridge of my nose, some on the Cupid's bow. Now let's move on to our eyes, and I'm super excited about this palette, and it's the Arabian Nights eyeshadow palette from Kokie, and I really like the packaging. I have to say this palette is what got me to Kokie's site. I feel that this was very, very attractive. The colors are super nice. So let's look at the palette inside, and you get 16 shades, and you have a mix of shimmers and mattes. I also picked up this Crystal Fusion from Kokie Cosmetics, and it's like a really nice blue. And I'm actually curious if this is a good dupe for the Stila ones. I'm going to go into the shade called Palace, and I'm going to take that just in my crease. Next, I'm going to take the shade here called Jewel, and I'm going to pick this up on my finger, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. And you don't have to be very precise with this because we are going to use the liquid shade on it. And then just using my finger, I'm going to kind of blend it into my crease. And then going back with that brush again, I'm going to blend it out even more. That's a very pretty shade. It is super pigmented and it's very creamy. I really like that eyeshadow. It didn't have much of a fallout and looks really, really nice. I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to pick up that same blue shade. And I just want to make sure that there's no space between my eyelashes and my color. So I'm just going to keep on pressing on top of my eyeshadow. And I'm going to take the shade here called Rebel, and I'm going to just press that on my lower lash. This is a perfect deep brown. It's such a nice shade. And then with that same brush, going to pick up a shade called Palace, and I'm going to smoke it out. Now, before I decide what I want to do next, I'm actually going to take this crystal shadow and I'm going to apply that just in the center first. See how that looks, and we'll take it from there. Okay, it's picking up a little bit of eyeshadow that's under it. That is not as impressive as I thought it would be. Feels a little bit more oilier than the Stila ones. Messed up my eye look, took the pigment away. Oh man. Alright, I'm going to wipe it off and see if I can build that again. So these are a pass for me. I don't think I'll be reaching for it again, or maybe I'll try it without the shadows under it, but I don't want to recommend it because I don't feel it's worth the money. Let's go ahead and put that blue eyeshadow back on. So I'm going to go back in with that concealer and I'm going to just very light-handedly drag it just on the corner of my eye and kind of clean that area. And then using my beauty blender, I'll just blend it out. Actually going to go back into Jewel one more time. And this time I'm just going to take that in the center and just kind of build it up a little bit. This is such a pretty blue shade though. It's so pretty. I'm going to go back into the Kokie highlighter and I'm going to pick up a good amount of it. And I'm going to take that on the inner corner and I'm going to run that upwards. Kind of blend it into the rest of the eye look. Now for my mascara today, I wanted to try out this Maybelline's Falsies Lash Lift. Now this mascara claims to give you an instant lash lift and it also gives you dramatic volume and length. So let's go ahead and look at the wand because I'm always interested in how the wand looks. It's a pretty nice wand. It's like an hourglass. I'm going to apply 2 coats of this. This is with 1 coat, and do I see a difference? Yes, I see a difference, but do I see a lot of difference? Not really. I don't know if it's going to do that maybe in the second coat, so let's wait for it to dry and see how that goes. Okay, let's go ahead and do the second coat of mascara and see if we see a difference. Okay, second coat is when I can really see a difference. Second coat is when I can see the volume, I can see the curl, you know, it does look really nice. The first one, not so much. So you do have to build this mascara up, which is good because if you're doing a natural look, you might not want to do a heavy mascara. Now for my lips, I'm going to take this liquid lipstick from L'Oreal, and this is in the shade 414. I have talked about this product so many times, I don't think you guys even want to hear it anymore. It's a really good product, go get it. This one I really like because it is very close to my natural lip color. This has to be my most used lipstick in all my lipsticks. It is so natural, it is so lightweight, it lasts you a long time, and when it comes off, it gives you a stain. This is something you should definitely have in your collection, I feel. It's so worth the money. You will not regret it. Give it a try, and let me know in the comments below if you do try it. And here's the finished look, you guys, and I really liked everything we tried today, except this, you know, Crystal Fusion liquid eyeshadow from Kokie. I felt like I had such high hopes with this, and I just got really disappointed. I want to show you a swatch because I forgot to do that earlier. I feel like this just doesn't have any color payoff and it just blends into nothing. Like it's just gone. I was expecting a little bit more, like a Stila one, like I said, you know, because that really has that color payoff. It has that glitter in it, it has that shine in it, and I was hoping this would be a really good dupe, but I didn't really like it. Other than that, I feel everything was really nice. You know, I'm going to still play with a little bit of these eyeshadows. The eyeshadows blended it super nicely. There was almost no fallout with this, and the colors were super nice. I really like that blue shade. So I'm going to be using this quite a bit, and you'll have more videos coming up with this eye palette because I feel like the color story in here is really nice. And for the rest of the products, I'll update you in the future video. And that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell. I want to say thank you for spending your time with me today, and I will see you next time. Ciao.